When we began this journey in this community, we were in a small building near downtown Hendersonville with an auditorium that held about 150 people. There was a lot of excitement in the church because of what God was doing, but we found quickly that we needed room to grow. We began to dream together about having a larger space in which we could serve our community better. And in 2005, that dream came true. We decided to move to this place on top of this hill, and we didn't know what the future held for our church. We just diligently prayed and said, God, use this new building for your glory. And as we began to grow, we sat back and marveled at all the great things the Lord was doing. A little over a year ago, we sat down with our staff and had a vision meeting where we discussed where we saw God taking our church over the next few years. And as we looked out over these mountains in our community, we unanimously agreed that our vision needed to change. We no longer wanted to be a church just concerned with how many people were filling up this room. We needed to look outward. That's when we created our mission statement, building His church, transforming our community.
Fast forward to now, and just about all of our wildest dreams for this location have come true. In particular, we have seen staggering amounts of growth over the past couple years. For example, just in the past month of August, we have seen 40 people come to Christ, and this week we are baptizing 17 people.
Since January 1st of 2020, we have had the opportunity to give away $1.3 million into this community.
This year, over 500 people have been involved in a Connect group. That's over 500 people who have decided that they weren't going to be content with just sitting and watching church happen around them. They decided that church would not only happen within our walls, but also within their homes.
Our kids ministry has never been in a better place. Don't believe me? Just try walking through our kids' hallways, and I believe that you'll make plenty of new friends. Over the past year, we're averaging 55 more kids per weekend than we were last year. That brings our average to about 200 kids in our kids services every weekend. That's 200 kids every week that get to experience the gospel on their level and learn from our amazing team of kids volunteers.
Our students are filling up this place like never before to come and hear what God has for them in their next stage of life. On some nights it even feels a little cramped down here, but they're not only filling up this place. Students are serving in other ministries at the church, and they're constantly meeting outside of the church to grow more in their faith and strengthen their walk with Christ. We have an event called Bible 101 where students are gathering together twice a month to go through and study the Bible. We're averaging 25 students that give up a Friday night just to grow closer in community and follow Christ.
Our list of ministry partners has been consistently growing over the past few years. We now have over 20 local business and ministries that we partner with to help them function within the community.
Not only have we been growing within our space, we've been growing online as well. We consistently get messages from people that watch online every week that see us as their home church, except they don't even live in North Carolina. From the people all across the country to even different parts of the world, we are reaching people with our online ministry that could not be reached in any other way.
Our worship and creative arts teams have taken massive steps forward in the past few years. We've grown together as a team and do everything we can to create a meaningful worship environment. When we gather in this room to worship, we take great joy in creating an environment where people can come face to face with their Creator.
In 2018, we did a large project on our current auditorium, expanding it to the size that you see today. Since then, we have seen 950 people get saved. That's 950 people that have moved from death to life in this very place. What a special place this is.
Now we find ourselves in a position really similar to the position we were in 2005. We find ourselves dreaming again. We find ourselves praying and asking God what He would have us to do to take the next step in loving and serving our community. And we believe we've heard from Him. While this current space we're in is such a blessing from God, many of our facilities are being stretched to their maximum capacity. Our children's ministry is running out of space nearly every week. Our students sometimes pack out their buildings so full that people have to stand in the hallway to hear the message. Y'all continue to fill this place up each and every week. And the fact is, this current building cannot handle all the growth God is sending our way. So with all that in mind, we're going to build a new building. Now we're still keeping this current building, of course, but the new building will allow us to relieve some of the tension our current building experiences in those growth pains. And this isn't just some small add-on. In fact, this new building will be larger than our current space. It'll have a full-size gym where we can not only host different sporting functions, but also events for local schools, businesses, and ministry partners. It'll also have a full-size kitchen that will allow us to serve our community with food for all different kinds of events. There'll be a brand new full-size auditorium for our students to take advantage of, giving them plenty of room to grow. There'll be classrooms in the new building that connect groups and other groups in the community can use to have a place to meet and to talk with one another. This new building will be a place full of opportunities for people to experience the transforming love of Jesus in a way they never have experienced before.
What I'm really excited about in this new building is just the potential it gives for our Connect groups. We're going to have so many new spots for people to meet, families to meet while church is going on, and I really believe that people are going to walk in these rooms and experience what it's like to be in a group of loving believers for the first time. And I cannot imagine the amount of life change that's going to take place inside of those rooms.
I am excited about the opportunities that we have to pour into this community with just having more space to help meet their needs. We've had Henderson County Schools and the Sheriff's Department, other organizations within our community reach out wanting to host events here, and we just haven't had the space to be able to accommodate those needs. So we're really excited to be able to serve our community and the organizations in a way that we've never been able to do before.
Not only will the new building make space for our students and groups and our community partners, but it's also going to free up some space in our current building so that we can expand our kids ministry and reach more kids than we ever have before.
There's no telling what our ministry partners are going to do with this new space. This building is going to be a spot that is open for our community to use for so many different ways, whether it's serving free lunch or wrapping up kids' presents for Christmas. I can't wait to see what the community partners do with this space.
Our students are going to love their new space. Maybe the thing I'm most excited about are the dedicated rooms that we're building for small group discussion time. We're building this space with student small groups in mind, so there's going to be even more opportunities for students to get linked up with awesome leaders and mentors that can guide them through this transitional period of their life.
One thing that we'll be able to build in part because of this new building is a new production studio. I'm just really excited to see how far up we can take our production quality in the content that we make. The world has never been more hungry for content than they are right now, and I'm just excited for the things that we're going to be able to make and put out there into the digital space because of this new space.
Honestly, I can't think of a single part of this building I'm not excited about. I'm excited for my men's group to have a space where we can actually get together and play basketball. I'm excited for all of our men's groups and women's groups and all the groups and students to have a dedicated space for discipleship to happen.
The purpose of this brand new building is not just so that we can build up our own church. It will obviously help with the facilities battle that we're constantly finding ourselves in, but it will also be a place dedicated to helping our community in countless ways. Not only will this building massively help reduce the tension that our current space experiences on the weekends, but will also be a place with open doors for members of our community to use as our ministry to them. We believe this lines up with our vision statement of building His church and transforming our communities.
We hope you are as excited as we are about the potential of this new space and all the ways that you and members of our community are going to use it for God's glory. But that isn't the only thing we feel God is calling us to do. For as long as Upward has been around, we have been a one campus, one physical location church. However, we feel that in the very near future, there's a strong opportunity for us to launch a second campus. We feel like God has been putting a specific area in our community and our hearts to consider launching that second campus, and that place is Mills River. You've probably noticed the increasingly rapid population growth in our area. Everywhere you look, there are new apartments, developments, and businesses popping up all around us, and Mills River is slated to be one of the greatest areas of growth in our community. We've already begun laying the foundation for this second location in Mills River. Not yet a physical foundation, but a spiritual foundation that is built on serving, loving, and caring for a city with the love of Jesus.
As some steps that we've taken to help make a difference in the Mills River community, we've already launched several Connect groups that are meeting there on a monthly basis, as well as we've had a couple serving opportunities that we're taking part in as well. One of those being that we've partnered with a food bank there in Mills River where we're donating finances and volunteers to help meet the needs in that community.
We are so excited to be sharing these two massive projects with you today. We're working hard to turn them into a reality, and that's where you all come in. Any project you do at this kind of magnitude comes with a variety of different challenges. There are spiritual challenges, physical challenges, as well as financial challenges. But we want to offer to all of you the opportunity to come and be part of these projects by living out one of our most important values, radical generosity. I'm asking everyone listening right now to pray and ask God how you can be radically generous during this time. We know that God is faithful to those who trust Him, and He can move mightily through His people to accomplish things that are thought to be impossible, and we're asking Him to move now. We ask that you will be praying and asking God how He can use you to support the work of transforming this community. We ask that you'll pray for the people that walk into the new building, that they will experience Jesus. We ask you to pray for the people of Mills River in this work that God is raising up, that they will be transformed in a mighty way by the love of Jesus. Wasn't that long ago, we were in a small building on a side road of downtown Hendersonville, but it was there we began to dream. And now, Upward family, it's time for us to dream again.
Dream again of a place for our students where life-changing relationships will happen, where mentors will be found, and where Christ will be glorified.
Dream again of a place where people can not only worship with their song, but with their dedication to loving others.
Dream again of a place where our community will be welcomed with open arms and experience the hospitality of a church that loves them.
Dream again of a place where our children will be raised up to love and serve God like no other generation before.
Dream again of a place where we can grow our ever-expanding online community to include all kinds of people who may have never set foot in a church before.
Dream again of a place where people can learn that church doesn't always happen only on Sundays, and that sometimes the most powerful experiences happen in circles and not rows.
Dream again of a place where people feel like they belong as soon as they set foot in the door.
Dream again of a place where we can further build His church and transform all of our communities.